What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Advanced Warfare Master Guide. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the two default Akimbo weapons in Advanced Warfare, the XMG heavy weapon and the SAC3 submachine gun. Both of these weapons are incredibly unique and can actually be a lot of fun to use, but although they may be fun, we're going to take a look at just how accurate they are and if they're even viable options. So the footage right here is with the default XMG, and then you'll see the spread with laser sight in just a second. Now, because it's a heavy weapon, obviously it's going to slow down your movement quite a bit. But what's really special about this weapon is what happens when you activate lockdown mode. Hitting left on the D-pad is going to activate lockdown mode, and that's when the big boys come out to play. It's incredible how accurate this weapon is in lockdown mode. You won't be able to move at all when it's active. You basically become a human turret, but it's insanely powerful and insanely accurate in lockdown mode. You really don't even need the laser sight, honestly, unless you plan to use it outside of lockdown mode a lot. It's going to be a little difficult to do well with just because of how quick the enemy movement can be, but if you can find some decent cover, you can easily lock an area down with the XMG with no problem. So let's move on to the next Akimbo weapon in Advanced Warfare, the SAC3. The weapon by itself looks and feels very similar to the Vector from previous Call of Duties, but what I noticed from this test is that the laser sight doesn't really give you that much more accuracy. It helps a bit, don't get me wrong, but if you're using the SAC3, your main priority is getting as close to your enemies as possible, which means you're gonna have to be pretty sneaky and pretty thrifty. Now, because of the disadvantage you're going to be at in long-range gunfights, the advanced rifling attachment is going to be a godsend on this weapon, as it's going to increase the weapon's range. So, advanced rifling and laser sight would be a great combination, or even advanced rifling and something like extended mags, or even a suppressor, honestly, would be a good choice to keep you off the radar and let you get close to your enemies. So, in my opinion, whether or not you guys even choose to use these weapons, either way, it's pretty cool to see Sledgehammer just try to switch things up a little bit, give players something new and fresh to try out. On the surface, they both kind of just seem like goofy choices to run Akimbo weapons, especially Akimbo heavy weapons. But if you use them the right way, you might actually be surprised with how effective they could be in the right hands. So that's gonna do it for this episode of the Advanced Warfare Master Guide. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe right now for much more Advanced Warfare. Also, be sure to check out the previous episode if you missed it, where we break down the new Spike Drone Exo Launcher, and stay tuned for the next video, which should be some uplink tips and strategies. So thank you guys, as always, for watching. Follow me on Twitter at IamTheDank, and I'll see you soon.